January.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
I started to call Angie today and go, I can't go.
Oh, no.
Are we live? Okay. The Gun Barrel City Planning and Zoning Commission will meet in a regular meeting in City Hall located at 1716 West Main Street, Gun Barrel City, Texas, at 6 p.m. on Monday, February 10th, 2025. I call this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Roll call from my left, please.
Shelby present.
Charlotte Johnson.
Towner here.
Weller here.
Wilmoth here.
We have a quorum. Do we have any citizens' comments? Then we will skip agenda item number 3 and go to number 4, new business. 4A, consider and take action to approve the January 13th, 2025 meeting minutes. Let me first say that I will be recusing from this vote as I was not in attendance at the January meeting.
I will also say Shelby recuses his vote since he was on vacation. He was not at this meeting.
That does not change the fact that we have a quorum. Quorum is number of commissioners in attendance. It does, however, change the number of votes needed for a majority. Since we have 3 voting commissioners, majority to approve anything, to approve the minutes, will be 2 commissioners out of 3. May I have a motion, please, to approve the minutes?
I make a motion that we take action to approve the January 13th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I have a motion from Commissioner Towner. May I have a second, please?
I second.
And I have a second from Ms. Johnson. Voting from my left, beginning with Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Towner, yes.
Wilmoth, yes.
The minutes are approved. 4B, public hearing to request to replat Lot 48R, Block 1 in the J.M. Bertrand Survey, Abstract 16, Henderson County, Texas, located in the Holiday Club Estate subdivision belonging to Anthony and Marie Belfast. Physically located at 107 Inwood Circle, Gun Barrel City, Texas, into 5 lots. Lot 48R1, 48R2, 48R3, 48R4, and 48R5. Anyone here from the public who would like to speak? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing.
Can I say something? I think you said 16 right here.
Oh,
Does that matter? Instead of 61?
okay. If I said 16, I meant 61, and I'll correct it in a minute. Thank you.
Sorry.
4C, consider and take action to make a recommendation to the City Council on a request to replat Lot 48R, Block 1 in the J.M. Bertrand Survey, Abstract 61, Henderson County, Texas, located in the Holiday Club Estates Division, belonging to Anthony and Marie Belfast, physically located at 107 Inwood Circle, Gun Barrel City, Texas, into 5 lots, Lot 48R1, 48R2, 48R3, 48R4, and 48R5. We will now have a presentation from Brittany. I'm sorry,
You're fine. Good evening. My name is Brittany Lewis, and I am the city planner for Gun Barrel City. Tonight I am presenting a replat application for 107 Inwood Circle. This slide here outlines the timeline for the replat application. On January 22nd, a public hearing notice was sent to the newspaper, and notification letters were mailed to the property owners within 200 feet of the property. On January 30th, planning and zoning, and city council public hearing notices were published in the newspaper, ensuring compliance with the required 15-day notice period. Tonight, February 10th, we are holding the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this request. The final step will be the city council meeting scheduled for February the 25th, where a decision on the replat will be made. As part of the replat process, property owners within 200 feet of the subject property were notified, allowing them opportunity to provide feedback or voice concerns. I sent out 30 notification letters and received no responses. This replat is being requested to adjust lot dimensions in compliance with zoning requirements while maintaining the integrity of the surrounding neighborhood. This slide represents the full picture of the proposed replat. As shown, the adjustments are designed to meet zoning requirements while ensuring compatibility with the surrounding area. The replat maintains compliance with the minimum lot area, setbacks, and other dimensional standards outlined in the R4 zoning district. This slide provides a zoomed-in view of the replat, allowing for a closer look at the specific lot adjustments. The detailed layout illustrates how the replat aligns with zoning requirements, including setbacks, lot dimensions, and overall configuration. Also note the highlighted shed on this replat is being removed. This slide outlines the zoning requirements for the single-family detached residential district, R4, which apply to this replat. Key requirements include a minimum lot area of 5,500 square feet, a minimum lot width of 55 feet, and a minimum lot depth of 90 feet. Required setbacks, 25 feet for the front yard, 5 feet for the interior side yards, and 10 feet for the rear yard. Principal structures must have a minimum floor space of 1,250 square feet with a maximum height of 35 feet. Lot coverage is limited to 50%, and a one-car garage or carport enclosed on two sides is required. Driveways must be at least 12 feet wide and hard surface with materials such as asphalt, concrete, brick, cobblestone, or paving stone. Accessory structures must also adhere to specific requirements, including setbacks, height limits, maximum size restrictions to ensure they remain proportional to the principal structure. These zoning standards help maintain the consistency within the district and ensure that all developments align with the city's planning goals. This concludes my presentation. I appreciate your time and consideration of this replat request. At this time, I welcome any questions or comments that you have regarding this proposal.
Does anyone have any questions for Brittany?
Why are we doing the replat?
From my understanding, it was one big lot, so they're splitting it up into 5.
Is the applicant here? Would he like to speak? The applicant is here. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, I would just like to make sure everyone understands that this is a replat, not a preliminary plat. If you recall from past meetings, when we do a preliminary plat, we have to have specific legal reasons if we decide to vote against it. That is not the case in this type of replatting. So with no further questions, I'll call for a motion, please.
Towner makes a motion to make a recommendation to the City Council on a request to replat Lot 48R, Block 1 in the J.M. Bertrand Survey, Abstract 61, Henderson County, Texas. located in the Holiday Club Estate subdivision belonging to Anthony and Marie Belfast, physically located at 107 Inwood Circle, Gun Barrel City, Texas, into 5 lots. Lot 48R-1, 48R-2, 48R-3, 48R-4, and 48R-5.
Commissioner Towner makes the motion. May I have a second?
Shelby seconds.
And Commissioner Shelby seconds. If there's no other discussion, vote from my left, please.
Shelby, yes.
Johnson, yes.
Towner, yes.
Weller, yes.
Wilmuth, yes.
Motion passes. Before I go to the next item, I was remiss in noting that both City Council members Burns and Evans are in attendance tonight, and we thank them for that. Item 4D, consider and take action to form a subcommittee to review current rules and procedures of the board. We were provided with a copy of the rules and procedures of the Planning Commission. Careful reading has revealed some inconsistencies within this document and with established procedures. It also needs some additional information for clarity, most notably the inclusion of the information that we were provided by the city secretary in concerning conflict of interest and recusal from voting. I propose, therefore, a forming of a subcommittee of 2 to 3 commissioners who will review the document and prevent a revision to the full commission before we present it to City Council. Part of that will be, I believe, going back and looking at the 2020 meeting and maybe a meeting or two prior to that to see what brought this particular document about, if it was in fact a revision of a prior document, and then considering the changes that we'd like to make. I'd like to ask for volunteers.
I would be interested.
Commissioner Towner, anyone else want to volunteer?
I'll volunteer.
And Ms. Johnson? And I would also like to be a part of this. That will be 3 commissioners. Therefore, now I need a motion to form a subcommittee to review current rules and procedures of the board consisting of Commissioners Towner, Johnson, and Weller. May I have a motion?
Towner makes a motion to form a subcommittee to review current rules and procedures of the board.
Commissioner Towner makes the motion. May I have a second?
Shelby seconds.
Commissioner Shelby seconds. Any other comments? Voting from my left, please.
Shelby, yes.
Johnson, yes.
Towner, yes.
Weller, yes.
Wilmuth, yes.
That concludes our business for tonight. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn at this time.
Then we are adjourned at 6:13 p.m. Thank you all for coming.